Hi you guys, so first things first, let me mount my camera properly. Okay, fantastic. So for our video today, I'm going to be sharing with you my Japan haul. So they're still inside this packing cube here. Now, I've actually arrived at this point a month ago, and I can't believe I haven't done this video yet and I haven't shared this with you yet. And because everything got so busy and hectic, and I actually explained all of that in my brush haul video, wherein I actually showcased to you guys the brushes that I purchased when I went to the brush festival this year. So if you're interested to see that, I'm gonna put a link down on the description box. Okay, so everything that I'm gonna be showing you guys today are the things I purchased either randomly, wherever. So for example, my trip this year, I went to Kyoto, I went to Osaka, I went to Hiroshima, and then I went to Kumano-Kodo. But let me say that I didn't purchase anything in Kumano-Kodo because it's a hiking trail. It's not that kind of a mindset. So what I have here are actually just basically stuff that I needed to re-up on some of my most favorite Japanese products, may they be skincare, personal care, body wash, lip care, things like that. Okay, right, so let's go through this plastic here. This is basically opened already, and the main reason why is because one of the products that I purchased in Japan is actually glucosamine, which is medicine for people who have arthritis. Now, I don't have arthritis, my partner doesn't have arthritis, but my dog has arthritis. And the glucosamine that I buy for him is actually from Japan. And the main reason why is because glucosamine here in the Philippines is so expensive. And every time I have the opportunity to go to Japan, I always stock up on meds for him. And I actually don't have it here right now because my partner actually brought it to the province already for him. So I'm gonna flash a picture here. So that has actually been his glucosamine for years, and ever since he started taking that, we have actually seen a huge improvement on him. Now, by the way, this is not just a random thing, like I just gave him glucosamine, no, but it was actually mandated by his vet that for a dog that is 13 years old of his size, his adoption, they always suffer these kinds of things. He already needs this as a daily supplement to his well-being. And true enough, when I see him in the province, he's very active. He runs around. I have not seen him have any episodes anymore wherein he couldn't stand up because of the pain of his arthritis. So I'm very, very grateful for that. Okay, right, so the other things that are here in this plastic, since we're on the topic of medications and vitamins, things like that. So what I have here are actually collagen pills. It's from the brand DHC, and the recommended dosage for this is actually 6 pills a day. Now I actually take this every day, and I love the effects that it leaves on my body. It's a very positive effect, and I think that it really does wonders in just keeping my skin very supple, and also it just helps with my overall glow. And I think that's the claim here, because can you see there's just that star in front of the lady here, and I truly trust this product. Now I can actually buy this here, but it's a little bit more expensive, so anytime that I'm in Japan, I always stock up on this. So collagen pills from DHC. Okay, since we're on the topic of vitamins and medication, I can't believe it. So again, I have a pack here of B complex. It's still from the same brand, DHC. So you have here B1, B2, B6, and B12. And I take this every day, and the recommended dosage for this is actually 2 pills a day. And you have a pack of 3 inside here. Now, the last vitamin that I'm going to show you guys is none other than vitamin C, also from DHC. Comes in a pack of 3, and the recommended dosage for this is actually 4 pills in a day. Now, one pack of this has 60 pills, and then you have 3 packs here, so this will last me a good maybe 3 or 4 months. Now, each of the packets here has 60 pills, by the way. Okay, so these 3 packs of collagen might last me around 2 months, 2 months and a half. And if ever I run out, I can always just buy this online here. Okay, right, so next, what I have here is my Nakamerahon po under eye cream. So this has retinol in it and like some soybean extracts that really helps in like the brightening of the under eye area. I love this. I also have one for my partner and his is about to finish. I also have one which is also about to finish, so it's just right timing that like I got this. So this is like a pack of 3. So I guess now you've seen like there's a pattern. If the product that is like in Don Quixote is packed in 3s like this, it means it's a bestseller. Okay, so by the way, before I continue, most of the products that I'm showing you guys here I bought at Don Quixote, and then there are some I bought at a drugstore. If you've caught my vlog wherein I was in Osaka, there was actually one portion there wherein I was shopping at Matsumoto Kiyoshi in Dotonbori area, and I actually had to stop midway because the glucosamine of my dog was not available there. So I returned all of the things that were in my shopping basket and I decided to shop elsewhere. And the main reason why is because like when you are a foreigner in Japan, you can always have the option of buying things tax-free, but you always have to reach a certain amount. So when I was like doing a mental calculation of the things that I had in the basket, it wouldn't reach the minimum amount required to like buy everything tax-free, and that's just practically the main reason why. So I was just like trying to be smart about it. Okay, anyway, so the other things that I have here, so this one I still bought in Don Quixote, and I have talked about this product before. I have shown you this product before, and it's actually my favorite body wash. So I have here Bioreu body wash. I love this body wash. It has a very nice, pleasant, like citrusy scent. It just smells very fresh. Look at that. And it also like just has a way of leaving your skin very nice and very moisturized. It doesn't like leave it dry. And I'm so glad I got this because I'm like down to my very last like Bioreu stock here in my bathroom here. So I'm good for the next few months. Now I haven't seen this online here yet, so maybe in the future if this is available here I will need to buy this, because my gosh, as soon as I put these things in my luggage, it really added so much weight, and I was like so worried that I might like come home with excess baggage. All right, then what else do I have here? Okay, so my favorite lip balm is from Aven. Look at that. So this is the Aven cold cream in stick form, and it just really has a way of like really moisturizing my lips. And like every time I feel that my lips is dry because of the weather, or like if I'm working in an environment that's very very cold, this just keeps everything good. Because like if there's one thing I don't like speaking to people when my lips are dry, because it feels very uncomfortable, and like it also hinders you from speaking properly. So again, like stocking up on my most favorite products while I am in Japan. And the other thing that's one of my most favorite is my Shiseido Baby Medicated Pressed Powder. I actually talked about this in my vlog when I was in Osaka. And I just really needed to stock up on this because I was using my very last medicated baby pressed powder from Shiseido while we were doing Kumano Kodo. And the main reason why I really needed that is because like doing Kumano Kodo, it's a pilgrimage hike. Then you're hiking for hours at a time. And what happens like during this is that there's so much like friction going on, not only with your clothes but with your skin. And I found that using this on like very how do I say it, on very sensitive areas of the body, it really helped like avoiding chafing. It also helped like avoiding giving me blisters, or like even those like rashes caused by excessive sweating. So this is actually heaven sent, and I always have one in my makeup kit, especially if I'm working with an actor and then like or an actress, and then we're under the sun and we just need to like make sure that they don't sweat and the sweat doesn't like go to the clothes. This is my go-to product for that. Okay. Alright, so now the other thing that I also purchased is actually this vitamin C UV stick. SPF 50 from the brand Unlabeled Labs. So if you've been following me here on YouTube for quite some time, I have explained in previous vlogs before wherein some of my favorite Japanese skincare product is actually from the brand Unlabeled Labs. So I have retinol from this brand, I have vitamin C serum from this brand, and my partner is using the ceramide serum. So I have developed a trust for Unlabeled Lab, and the main reason why I got this is because when I got to Japan, I realized that I ran out of my sunscreen and I left this here on my table before we flew out. So I went into a little bit of a panic mode because I cannot be walking around hiking for 14 kilometers a day with no sunscreen at all, because that will just really lead to sun damage. So I went to one of the drugstores near our accommodations in Osaka in the Shinsekai district, and I think it was called Sundrug. And I saw this and I was so relieved because I knew that this product has been around for a while, but I just didn't have access to it. And when I saw this there, I said, okay, so this is the best time to try it. Now, I did give my first impressions about this product in one of my vlogs, I think it was during the day 3 of our pilgrimage hike in Kumano Kodo. Again, link is down in the description box if you want to see that. And I actually like the effect that it has left on my skin. So for the purpose of this vlog, I actually wore this today, and this is the effect that this sunscreen leaves on my skin. Okay, it's actually quite similar in finish to the VMV Hypoallergenics, but the thing that I have noticed with sunscreen sticks is that it leaves a certain texture on top of the skin, but this one doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. But I can still feel it. I can still see it. I am aware that it's there. While with this one, as soon as I wear it, I kind of forget that I have sunscreen on. So I think that's the only difference that I see between these two formulations. But in terms of protection, I am actually very well protected with this. I did not burn while I was walking, doing the hiking trails at Kumano Kodo. So this is good in my book. Now, speaking of random things that I purchased while we were in Japan, the main reason why I'm actually sitting down here in Lazada is because I purchased a very nice, cup. Where is it? It's here. It's here. And I got this when I went to book off in Hiroshima near Hondori Shopping Street. And look at this very beautiful cup and saucer set. It's only one. Look at the detail at the bottom of that. Isn't it so cute? Now, my partner thinks that this might be for tea, but knowing me, I'm going to use this for coffee or tea. And I love the beautiful yellow color here with the gold. Isn't it so gorgeous? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And this is actually from England. It's by the brand Ainsley. Yeah, and it was established in 1775. So I don't think that this cup and saucer set is too old, but I love it. It's so beautiful. And I kind of love it that I found this again in Hiroshima, because I think 2 years ago when I went to Hiroshima for the Brush Festival, I went to book off again, and then I actually purchased a cup and saucer set, which is actually this one, and I think it's actually also so beautiful. So I have 2 of these here. Look at that. Isn't that so lovely? And if I just put this right beside the yellow one, it's gonna look so beautiful on my table. So yeah, look at this. So this cup and saucer set costs around 3,000 yen only, so not bad. Okay, and what else do I have here? Oh yeah, this one. So I think I've shown this already. So I also showed this on my Osaka vlog because I purchased this while I was at Don Quixote as well. But I did not include this in the pack wherein I was gonna get tax-free, because I actually needed this. So it's just a very nice shoulder bag from the brand Champion. So I've never really met this brand, not until I actually went to Japan and I started shopping in Don Quixote, because there are a lot of merchandise for Champion there. And when I showed this to one of my friends who live in the States, she goes like, "Oh yeah, that's quite a well-known brand here in America," and I was like really surprised about that. But I do have to say, like I was going off at a tangent. I apologize. Now the quality so far of these bags from Champion are actually quite good. Now this bag survived walking 58 kilometers over 5 days while I was trekking throughout Kumano Kodo, and I love on how the compartments inside really worked well with me. I have my power bank here, then I had my coin purse here, then I had my first aid kit here inside. So it was actually quite good. I was actually quite surprised. And when I'm saying that the quality of this brand is good, I actually have one canvas tote bag, also from the same brand Champion, that I have been using for years. Like years, and I always bring it with me whenever I travel because it's lightweight. I can fold it, and I don't have it with me right now because I always keep it in my luggage so that I always have it prepared whenever I travel. But I'm gonna pop a picture here. So this bag, whenever I travel, it goes with me, and it has survived the test of time. Super. I'm so impressed by this brand, and I'm hoping that this will actually last quite a long time with me as well. Okay, and the final thing that I purchased while I was in Japan is this beautiful haori. Look at that. So a haori is like a jacket for your kimono. So I bought this when we were at Toji Temple in Kyoto. So every 21st of the month, there's a big flea market that happens in Toji Temple. So if you are in Kyoto at around this date, visit there because you can actually buy kimonos or haori at a very affordable price. This one was only 1,000 yen. Can you imagine? And the main reason why I bought this is because of the autumnal colors that you see here, which is actually so perfect for the season. And I don't have this color in my haori collection. So I have one in black, I have one in green, I have one in a very nice violet pink color, and now I have this beige color with a lot of colors here that reflect autumn. And what's so funny about this haori is that when I was at a particular kiosk, I was just busy checking out other haoris. I actually picked this up from the hanger, and then I looked at it, and then I was still debating or something, and then I put it down back in the rack, and then within a split second, a girl came in and she actually grabbed this out from the rack, and as she was grabbing it, I was already deciding that I was gonna get it. So while she grabbed it, she fitted it in my head. I go put it back, put it back. Please put it back. That is my haori. That is meant for me. Put it back. So this might have been going on in my head for at least 5 minutes, and eventually she did return it back. And as soon as she returned it, before she could let go of the hanger, I pulled it out of the rack, and I said to the owner, "I will get this, please. Thank you very much." And I'm so glad that I got this. I love this. I love the color of this. It's so beautiful, even the texture of it. Look at that. Can you see? There's a slight reflection to some of the patterns here. So you don't see that when you're far, but when you're up close, oh my gosh, look at that. It looks so chic. I love it. Super love it. Yeah, so that's it. And the other things that are left here in my packing cube are actually some freebies that I got when I went to Cosme Week in Osaka. So Cosme Week is a big makeup trade show that happens in Osaka and Tokyo. But the trade show that happens in Osaka happens around the third week of September. usually thereabouts. And I'm just so lucky that this year it was happening quite close to Fude Matsuri. So I was actually able to participate because I remember a few years ago, it would usually happen like, a few days after the brush festival. And like, sometimes just basing off of like, scheduling, things like that, and me like, needing to be back home right after the brush festival, I couldn't attend it. But this year, like, everything worked to my favor, and I'm just so glad that I was able to experience Cosme Week in Osaka. And lastly, before I wrap up my vlog, these are the two other things that I got while I was at Cosme Week, and it's actually these two beautiful brushes from the Osaka-based Fude brand Bisyodo. Look at that. I don't want to open this yet because I want to create a standalone video for these two brushes, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank Bisyodo for gifting this my way. I am so grateful. It was so unexpected, and I am so grateful for your generosity. And I find it like, serendipitous to actually have met you guys there, because I have been curious about this Osaka Fude brand for quite some time. Although I do have a few brushes of them here in my collection, but I don't have any of their luxury high-end brushes. And for me, being able to see them, to touch them, it really did spark my interest. And although I could have actually bought a few brushes when I was there, I was actually this close to doing so, but I actually want to ensure that the brushes that I would purchase are either like, brush designs that I don't have in my collection, or like, fibers that I don't have in my collection, things like that. Trying to be smart about it. And I'm so grateful that they gave this to me, and I'm actually quite surprised that they actually knew who I was. So I find that so amazing, super amazing. That memory will be forever like, embedded in my head. Okay, so yeah, I believe that's it. Those are the things that I got while I was in Japan this year, and they're usually re-ups of my most favorite like, products when I am there. Okay, yeah, so I believe that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go now. So if you have any more questions about all of these products, please let me know down in the comments box, and let's have a conversation about it. Okay, all right, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye. Subscribe down below.